G'day everyone and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Retro Man, and today we're going to continue our tribute to the late Hulk Hogan by checking out more of this World Wrestling Federation book. So let's get into it now. Let's check out this book and stick around, stay with me, and we'll share those wrestling memories and reflect on Hulk Hogan and everything he did for the sport of wrestling. So we're about a third of the way through and there's some great stuff to come. And we've got the Berserker. It's him in action. And if I just turn around here, you'll see that we have Papa Shango, who's a bit of an odd guy. He's almost like a bit of a witch doctor of sorts. I don't remember him too well, but he was around. And this guy here, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I remember him well, Hacksaw. And Hacksaw Jim was well remembered for getting out the 2x4 and going to town in the ring. That was his little party piece, if you will. It made him a real novelty act. And there he is with the American flag. He loved to play up to the cameras, Hacksaw. El Matador. Shot of him there. Many of you will remember this guy, bit of a stylish playboy type wrestler, if you will. He's the Matador. Repo Man, we're not talking about the Emilio Estevez film, we're talking about this guy with the mask. And they obviously at the time needed a Batman of sorts in the ring. And this guy loved donning the mask. And there he is roping someone up. But let's have a look here. Hercules. A very interesting shot of Hercules here with Rowdy Roddy Piper. He's a bit of a forgotten wrestler, Hercules. And he had a favourite quote, which was, "I am the mighty Hercules." So we've got here the model, Rick Martel. And he thought he was all that, and for a time there he was popular as well. So all of these guys had their moment to shine. These are the Nasty Boys, remember them? Another tag team combo known as Knobs and Sags. Great shot. And we've got Skinner. There we have Skinner, and he's got El Matador there by the looks of things in the sleeper hole. And Tanaka. Yep, I remember him. And this guy here needs no introduction. Look at him with the shears, or whatever you want to call them, that trademark there. He was the barber. Brutus, the barber beefcake. I've seen many a match with him, and yes, very entertaining. It's a shame he only got one page. So no holds barred, and it says here wrist locks, clotheslines, etc. And that looks like Bret the Hitman Hart in the ring there. And look at this, we've got Jake the Snake, the master of the DDT. And Look at that shot. Fascinating photos. I just love this book. This book served me very well for many years. Pre-internet, this was a real gem of a book, and it still is. It's beautifully preserved. It's in mint condition. Hacksaw Jim. Fascinating photos. And there's Hulk Hogan. Look at that. The great Hulk Hogan. And these guys here, Hawk, Doomsday Divine. The managers of the WWF. There's quite a few of them. Look at these photos. Wow. Look at that guy. But remember him with a megaphone? Oh dear. So this will walk us through with Elizabeth. She was obviously always there with Macho Man Randy Savage. And I quite liked her. I think anyone who grew up in the 80s thought that she was a sweet gal. And she was always fun to see when she accompanied Macho Man into the ring, Elizabeth. And we have Bobby the Brain Heenan. I remember that guy too. There he is doing a bit of commentary work, but also inflicting some pain there during a bout. And Jimmy, Mouth of the South, Heart. He really was a personality. Jimmy, yep. I remember him. How could you forget Jimmy? And Paul Bearer. This guy here, kind of creepy, but definitely an identity. That's him with The Undertaker. And I remember him, Mr. Fuji, and he always reminded me of, you know, people like Odd Job from the Bond film, and this guy was pretty famous. He'd turn up in the top hat and tails, and he'd have the cane, and he was definitely one of the colourful identities. Harvey Whippleman. And I remember the name. I don't remember him that well, but that's a very interesting shot there. And this guy, for anyone who grew up in the 80s, you will remember this guy, General Adnan. And he was from Iraq. And his goal, it says here, was conquest. So we have the genius. And we have Sensational Sherry here. That's a name I haven't heard in a while, Sensational Sherry. And WrestleMania rules. It certainly did back in the day when it kicked off. And I remember watching WrestleMania 1 on Channel 9 in Australia. It was just epic. It went all night, and I stayed up and watched every minute of it. And that first WrestleMania was truly a fascinating event. And by the looks of it, this book explores all of the early ones. WrestleMania, that's Hulkster there with Muhammad Ali. Ali, of course, one of the greatest boxers of all time. In fact, they called him the greatest. And that was just after Hogan's match where him and Mr. T faced off with Piper and Orndorff. So classic photo. WrestleMania 2 now. I remember this quite well, WrestleMania 2. And what we had in WrestleMania 2 was the classic steel cage match with Hulk Hogan. And this guy, do you remember this guy? King Kong Bundy. What a match that was. I mean, everyone just loved that. WrestleMania 3. And this time we had Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. There's Macho Man. That was very memorable. WrestleMania 4. There's Hulkster again, this time with a chair. And the two guys here, that's Macho Man in a headlock, and that is the $1 Million Man. And Hogan is actually helping out Macho Man. He's laying down some punishment there on the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and helping out Randy Savage. And here we go here. Very interesting shot of Hulk and Macho Man, both now deceased. They are what you would call wrestling royalty and two of the biggest superstars of their era. So we've got WrestleMania 5. Wow. Hulk Hogan throwing Macho Man over the top of the ropes. Hogan's in pretty poor shape there. He's got some blood on his face. And of course, Hogan ends up winning this one. He was pretty well always victorious, wasn't he? And he really was such a popular wrestler, entertainer. No wonder he got into films. He had a lot of charisma. He could talk well, and he loved wearing that big belt, didn't he? He wore it so well. So here we go again, WrestleMania 6, and Hulk Hogan was back. This time in WrestleMania 6, we had the Hulkster team off against the Ultimate Warrior, I think that is, in that photo. So that was a big bout as well. I remember that. WrestleMania 7. And Hulk Hogan again was the big title card. That's him with Sergeant Slaughter. And Hogan certainly went through his perils and pitfalls as a wrestler. And many of them inflicted so much pain on him back in the day. It truly is a wonder that he ever got off the canvas sometimes. He seemed to be really in agony. Or maybe he was just a great actor. He was actually quite a good actor and showman, but they definitely gave a lot to him. He put a lot into his bouts, and he copped some punishment along the way and suffered as a result in his real life. Well, I'm about 2/3 into the book, and I will return for a third part and continue my tribute to Hulk Hogan. So please keep a lookout for part 3 as we take a look at more of this World Wrestling Federation book, and we'll even touch on Hulk Hogan's film career. Stick around for more. Thanks for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Until next time, this is Retro Man, living the dream, retro style. Stay gold. Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang. But in the meantime, please check out these other episodes.